Welcome back, everyone. In this video, we're going to be replacing the ear cushions / ear pads on the Beats Studio or Beats Solo. The process will be very similar. Let's go ahead and get straight into this. The replacement cushions will have some sort of adhesive tape, 3M or whatever brand they're using. And if you notice here, this is for the micro USB, which will be on the right side of the headphone. You can see there is a slight curve to allow for that micro USB port. To remove these ear cushions, we'll either use a butter knife, which works very well, or a lot of these brands with their ear cushions will give some sort of tool to remove. So I'm going to do one with the tool and I'm going to do the other with the butter knife, which is the way I changed these the first time. The original pair, which was the grayish black pair that came with these, the gold version on these, started to corrode and it's very common. It starts to crumble. So I contacted Apple. I notified Apple and they said that they cannot replace this, but they'll offer a $20 discount to purchase new headphones. So it would come out to $279 just to replace this. Apple, that is terrible. Again, they're not going to change it because they're incentivized to make money. So Apple would not replace just the ear cushions. They wanted to replace the entire unit. So that's not too eco-friendly like they state. Anyway, the changing of these cushions is going to be universal, whether it's ripping through here or whether it's crumbling. The removal process is the same. These lasted me about 3 to 4 years. I'm normally not a flashy person with the bougie brands, even though these are knockoffs on Amazon. I will link that, but I just like the way this color and the black tied into the taupe / tan color here with the leather. So I like the color scheme, and these were the only ear pads that really blended into that. So let's start the first with a butter knife. You're going to want to wedge in this gap here and try not to be too rough and just go down along, wedging it as such. Try not to be too rough because you can chip the paint here and that won't look too great. So let's start. And if it's not coming off all in one spot, don't force it too much. Just keep moving down and that pressure will eventually give, as you can see. So try not to force it too much, and you put a lot of strain and you could probably crack this plastic. Now that we have enough space, I didn't go all the way around, but now that we have enough space, I can put my hand and fingers in here and start to just slowly pry it off. And what's coming off right now is just adhesive, so you shouldn't have any concern for any parts breaking. It's pretty much just held on by adhesive. There's no wiring or anything behind it. So again, these are past due. They serve their purpose around 3 to 4 years. And next, we'll notice there is a bit of debris there. Not too much, but some residue left. What we can do is get a little bit of this hand sanitizer. Try not to get too much, but just a little pea size, and rub this around. Try not to get it into the speaker, just on the outer edge. And this serves the same purpose as rubbing alcohol or the alcohol prep pads. This is just to remove some of that gunk. And there's a little bit of debris here, but overall with the adhesive, it should hold on good enough. I don't recommend using softer paper or tissue because it'll leave debris as such. I'm going to use a microfiber to clean the contact surface. All right, and that's good enough for me. This doesn't have to be taking too long. I'm going to remove the adhesive protection here. And when you're aligning it, these little holes will line up with some of these plastic clips. You can see they're raised there, and that's going to hold it in place. There are two. There's one on the top. There's another one on the bottom there. And again, we know that this one fits because this opening is for the charging port. You should feel those elevated little stick things aligned there, and you can see we're just gonna hold down, just squeeze. All right. Next, let's do this side with the removal tool. Personally, I like the butter knife because it has more surface area, so you can wedge it in there. You can see this tool has a bit of a hook shape to it. So I'm not the biggest fan because it's an awkward way to put it in, but it's wedging in there and you could pry out. Just work your way up or down. And that's enough that we can use our hand. All right, that came off fairly easy as well. And for this second one, since there is no micro USB opening, you want to align these holes properly. So just do a little practice run. You can see that it is elevated here, and it looks like it will fit this way. And it does. So yeah, you just want to verify before removing the adhesive for this side. Okay, let's just align it. And again, if you slightly put it on and it's not aligned, the adhesive isn't so strong that you can't remove it. It will remove kind of easily just with a little bit of movement. There also is a groove on the bottom here, by the way, so align those two. And you could just hold down for 5 or 10 seconds, and then after you do this, you can also put it on your head and just wear them for a little bit, just so that your head puts pressure on that tape, on that adhesive. All right. All right, so that's a wrap. It's pretty straightforward. You pretty much just need a butter knife, and with this video alone, you're going to see the internals and any questions you have. Please feel free to reach out. I'll do the best I can to answer, but don't be hesitating to do this. This is a super easy replacement. Just have a little patience and don't force too much, and you shouldn't damage these. Feel free to reach out. Like, subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great evening. Have a great day. Peace.